my well-wishers and my regular participants. Welcome to my channel and Easy Step to English Grammar. In the morning, I posted the grammatical item that I am going to discuss in brief, because I know that all of you are matured brains. So I will just remind you of those grammatical items so that you may write independently, correctly, and fluently. Hello. Hello, my viewers, my participants, my well-wishers, and those who are regular viewers and participants are being requested that it is going to be a unique lesson and the most important grammatical lesson. Let us start. You know that according to structure, sentence has been divided into three categories: simple, complex, and compound. And in the case of complex sentence, if you want to join or combine two or more than two simple sentences into one, okay, let us discuss. Just follow and you will be benefited. Let us discuss. You know that in the case of complex sentence, two or more than two simple sentences can be combined into one simple sentence, into one complex sentence by using three types of clauses. Three types of clauses. First of all is noun clause. The second one is adjective clause or relative clause. And the third one is adverb clause or adverbial clause. And you know that noun clause has also another name, that is nominal clause. So noun clause, adjective clause, and adverb clause. Okay. So first of all, we must have an idea about clause. What is a clause? A clause is the part of a sentence with a finite verb in it. So one finite verb is equal to one clause. There cannot be a clause without a finite verb. Okay. Now let us discuss noun clause first. What is a noun clause? Just follow without skipping a single word or a sentence. Follow and keep it in your mind, and later you may listen to the video or live streaming class again to grasp the discussion on the topic. So, what is a noun clause? Very simple answer. A clause that acts as a noun is called a noun clause. A clause that acts as a noun is called a noun clause. So, what is the function of a noun? Remember that the function of a noun clause and noun are the same. The function of a noun clause and the noun is the same. For example, noun can be subject, noun can be object, noun can be complement to the verb, noun can be complement to the preposition, noun can be case in apposition or noun in apposition. Okay. And noun has 6 functions. So similarly, a noun clause has also 6 functions. I have already posted the chart, the tree. Okay. So a clause that acts as a noun is called a noun clause. Hello, my dear viewers. Please like, comment, and subscribe my channel and Easy Step to English Grammar if this video comes to your benefit. For example, you see that I have written on the board, I have made a lesson plan on the blackboard. Noun clause, subject to the verb, object to the verb, complement to the verb, complement to the adjective, complement to the preposition, appositive, that is case in apposition. Appositive, that is case in apposition. Again, I am repeating. Subject to the verb, object to the verb, complement to the verb, complement to the preposition. Okay. Complement to an adjective, appositive or case in apposition. Let us discuss all these. Let us discuss in a nutshell with some examples. For example, let us take subject to the verb. That means the noun clause will act as the subject to the verb. It will act as a subject. The clause will act as a subject. Ram goes to school. Ram plays football. Ram plays cricket, etc. So Ram is a noun. But if you say that he is an honest man is known to all. That he is honest man, he is an honest man is known to all. So that he is an honest man, it is principal clause. It is acting as the subject. And it is acting as the subject to the verb is known. So it is acting as the noun. It is acting as the subject. So it is a noun clause. Okay. Another example. When the train will depart, when the train will depart from the station is being announced again and again. You see that when the train will depart, depart from the station, it is acting as the subject, and subject to the verb is being announced. Is being announced. Okay, let us take another example. What he said is not understood by me. What he said was not understood by me. So what he said is acting as the subject to the verb is not understood. It is acting, a clause is acting as the subject to the verb. Naturally, it is a noun clause. Naturally, it is a noun clause. Let us take another example where he found this letter, where he found this lost letter is a mystery. Where he found this lost letter is a mystery. So, where he found this lost letter is acting as the subject. And it is acting as the subject to the verb is. It is acting as the subject to the verb is. So, when a clause is acting as the subject, it will naturally be called a noun clause, because a noun can act as the subject, and when a clause is acting as the subject, it will be called a noun clause. So it is subject to the verb. When the clause acts as a subject, it is obviously called a noun clause. Now let us come to object to the verb. So noun can be subject and noun can be object. Hello, my dear viewers, my regular participants, why are you not joining to get the grammatical knowledge on clause, especially on noun clause? Now let us come to object to the verb. Object to the verb. The noun clause will act as the object to the verb. How can we get object? Ask the finite verb or the principal verb by what, and it will get the answer, and this answer is object. For example, I know what you want to say. I know what you want to say. Let us analyze the sentence. I know principal clause. It is the independent clause. What you want to say, subordinate noun clause, and it is acting as the object to the verb know. Ask the verb know by what, and it will give the answer what you want to say. Okay. Sir Jagadish Chandra Bose proved that trees and plants have also life. Sir Jagadish Chandra Bose proved that trees and plants have also life. So you see, Sir Jagadish Chandra Bose proved, principal clause, that trees and plants have also life. Subordinate noun clause, and object to the verb proved. Ask the verb proved by what, and it will give the answer that trees and plants have also life. Okay. The police did not know where the stolen goods were hidden. The police did not know where the stolen goods were hidden. Let us analyze the sentence. The police did not know, principal clause. Where the stolen goods were hidden, subordinate noun clause. And object to the verb, did not know. Did not know. Okay. We knew when the train would depart from the station. We knew, principal clause, when the train would depart from the station, subordinate noun clause, and object to the verb. Object to the verb, you see, knew. Okay, it is acting as the object to the verb knew in the principal clause. Okay, I found that he was not guilty. I found that he was not guilty. I found, principal clause, he was not guilty, subordinate noun clause, and object to the verb found. Okay. Thus, noun clause acting as the object to the verb, a clause acting as the object to the verb is obviously noun clause. Is obviously noun clause. So I have discussed or explained two functions of noun clause. First one is subject to the verb, and the second one is object to the verb. And I will discuss another item, that is complement to the verb. Complement means that can complete the meaning. That can complement. Complement means that can complete the meaning. For example, it is what I expected. It is what I expected. Let us analyze the sentence. It is, principal clause. It is, principal clause. What I expected, subordinate noun clause, and complement to the verb is. You know that in the case of complement to the verb, the principal clause must end with is, am, are, was, were, etc. Hello viewers, just listen to the video very meticulously, attentively, without skipping a single word or a line, so that you may understand the matter. The fact was that he left the village bag and baggage. The fact was that, principal clause, the fact was that he left the village by night bag and baggage. So the fact was principal clause. Okay, the fact was principal clause. He left the village by night, bag and baggage. Subordinate noun clause and object to the verb was. Always the principal clause will end with and, is, are, was or were, or had been, or have been. Okay. For example, another example, they were what they were. Okay. They were what they were. So they were principal clause. What they were, subordinate noun clause and complement to the verb were. Actually, the noun clause in the case of complement to the verb will complete the meaning of the verb of the principal clause. Okay? Complement to the verb. Now let us come to complement to the preposition. Complement to the preposition. So noun clause can also complete the meaning of the preposition. For example, your success depends on how hard you work. Your success or prosperity depends on how hard you work. So your success depends on who is that person? Free. Okay. Okay, let us discuss the matter. What am I saying? Oh, I was discussing complement to the preposition. So another function of the noun clause is to complete the meaning of the preposition of the principal clause. For example, your success depends on how hard you work. So your success depends on principal clause. How hard you work, subordinate noun clause, and complement to the preposition on. Okay? Complement to the preposition on. The meaning of the preposition is being completed by the noun clause. Another example I am taking. For example, I have no faith in what you say. I have no faith in what you say. I have no faith in principal clause. I have no faith in principal clause. What you say, subordinate noun clause and complement to the preposition in. It is completing the meaning of the preposition in. Okay. So you see that on, in, all are completed by the noun clause. Another example. Scientists have directed all their efforts to Again, I am repeating the sentence. Scientists have directed all their efforts to how hard, sorry, how the power hidden in nature can be tamed. Can be tamed. Again, I am repeating. Scientists have directed all their efforts to principal clause. Again, I am repeating. Scientists have directed all their efforts to principal clause. How the power hidden in nature can be tamed is subordinate noun clause and complement to the preposition to. It is completing the meaning of the preposition to. So tonight I have discussed noun clause, subject to the verb, object to the verb, complement to the verb, and complement to the preposition. And I will give you notice when I am going to complete the whole or the entire noun clause. Then I will discuss adjective clause or relative clause, then adverb clause and adverbial clause. And I will already post. And if you are interested in learning grammar, which will help you to write your English sentences grammatically correct, if you want to write your sentences elegantly, fluently, and smoothly, you must attend the class. Good night, stay safe, stay mellow, like, comment, share, and if possible, subscribe so that I may be encouraged and enthused to appear before you with more grammatical items. Thanking all of you. Good night.